Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, draft has started. Genty going first, as we thought he would here in this keeper league. If you guys aren't unfamiliar with our leagues here, we do have a four-player keeper league. Essentially, we just keep four guys, and then we just draft from the rest of the pool. So um, these are the keepers here at the bottom. If you guys wanted to know it all, it looks like Josh Jacobs went second here, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pick Hampton third. I thought there was a way of trading for picks, but I don't know. That's going to take JSN to pair up with Thomas and Brown. I have Neighbors and McConkey already. Yes, I know I just took Chargers running back, but I just got a good feeling he's going to be a good running back. And if for some reason Brees Hall does not work out, then at least I got a young guy to follow up with. But we're going to wait here and see what Larson does. He's always an interesting one because you never know what he's going to do. He traded for Burrow. I don't know. He made a trade and then didn't keep someone, so that's a little weird, but whatever. We'll see what he ends up doing here. I think the only one who's not on right now is my brother, so hopefully he signs on. But three running backs right away. I had intentions on just taking a running back to begin um, the draft, so I just didn't care for any of the receivers in the first round, so figured why not. I was debating between Hampton and Kamara with the mix of if Genty somehow dropped or Jacobs dropped down to the third, that would have been the other one I would have went after. I mean, ideally it was the order it went in: Genty, Jacobs, Hampton, Kamara. Well, obviously I don't need Kamara in that mix, so. And then I have this up, so if anyone does comment, I should be able to read the chat here. Don't know if Larson's just not here or what's going on there, so we'll see anything, an issue there. No, literally, it's going to be James Cook on that squad, which, I mean, he's not going to have a receiver, but not much we could do. I tried trading him one, so. It wouldn't surprise me if we see. Oh, that's not who I thought was going to go right away. Wow. I was thinking Kamara or McLaurin, but I like that pick there by Boba, so. Gets himself another running back with Joe Mixon being hurt, so that adds up for him. He's got a history of loving his running backs as well, so. McLaurin for Peyton? Go for it. Who cares? I don't care. You got Gibbs, McCaffrey. I don't know if I like the McCaffrey keep. I'm going to be completely honest. I would have probably kept someone else if I were him, but that's just me. The one we're going to see with a lot of picks early is going to be Ethan. He's got 4 picks here coming up in the next 6, so we'll see how that goes for him. I think my dad was trying to enable trades during the draft, but didn't work out. Looks like my brother was going to take Henderson there, so that's awesome. I made a few trades last year, so I do have 2 picks in the 6th round, 2 in the 8th. I traded away my 7th. Probably just a mistake. I was trying to make playoffs. Thought Ridley could be the answer. Oh well. Um, would it have been better to probably keep that 7th maybe, but is what it is. Life goes on. But my roster right now is looking nice. Hampton, Hall, Neighbors, McConkey. I'm okay with that. 2 young running backs. If Hall gets the ball a decent amount this year, then I'll be fine. Hampton's just insurance in case he doesn't. I'm really happy with that. DJ Moore, I like that pick. I was actually trying to trade him to Larson to get his 1.5, or ideally I was trying to get his 2.8. Then my brother made a trade with him for Burrow, so kind of stole that from me. But I was trying to get one of those 2 picks because I did have DJ Moore last year. He's the only one on the board right now that's been drafted for my team, so there like no audio playing for this, or not hearing anything coming from it? Jesse, let's see. Jesse's got 2 running backs. This would not surprise me if he went another running back here, or maybe he takes a chance with Evans. He's kind of like a wild card here. It wouldn't surprise. Okay, yeah, Evans there. I was gonna say it wouldn't surprise me if he maybe went like Hawkinson or Laporta as well. Um, but Jesse always likes his running backs. I'm actually surprised he kept Connor this year instead of keeping Jacobs. He's always had Jacobs on his team, so that made no sense to me. But it's on my team, so I'm not worried. McMillan going early to E-Raid. He takes Harvey and Pollard. I think you're a little high on Pollard there, but it's your team, so I don't care. Harvey, I like taking a shot on Harvey. McMillan's obviously good. You're going to have another young guy, so if he performs this year, you'll just end up trading him like you did this year, so. Because you already got your flex. You're going to get yourself an RB2 there. Not bad. I don't hate it whatsoever. Outside of the Pollard one, but I'd take him. I don't fucking care. Pacheco going to Schmidt there. Who's on Schmidt's team here? Higgins and Sutton. Ooh. All right. You do you. I was kind of hoping he would wrap around. Really was hoping he'd wrap around. Damn. Jesse here, I could see tight end, maybe quarterback if he wanted another QB. He did some weird stuff last year, so I don't know. Calvin Ridley. Okay, I don't hate. Oh wait, that was E-Rate. Okay, I don't hate that pick. That was gonna be one of the guys I targeted in like the 3rd round, so I don't hate it. Jones takes Devontae Smith. Matthew Golden taking next. I like that pick. Damn. Okay, people are like snaking all the guys I want to get. Jameson Williams, that makes sense. Again, another guy I wanted to target, so that's a little annoying. Because that's going to screw over all my other picks, so. Alright, that's fine. I'll live with that, I guess. Say Flowers to my brother. Interesting. So what does Ryan have on his team right now? DJ Moore, Flowers. Okay, I don't hate that. He liked Aaron Jones too, so I mean his team's looking really good. Ethan's team's looking good for the most part. I like the Ridley pick, so that's nice bench depth there. Jameson Williams, good pick there. See what my dad does here. I got a feeling I know what he's gonna do. Oh, that was not what I was expecting there whatsoever. Laporta. Okay. Like my picks that I've had there. I'll actually just do this here. We'll. Oops. Can I just get this all up on the screen here for you guys? I'm gonna draft on my other screen so then nothing's being seen here. I like Laporta there. I think Ryan with this 3-2. I don't know what some of these trades people were thinking of, but this is what it is. I've always had bad luck when it comes to that with people. Like, they just go for some rogue shit, and then it is what it is. I think the only off-season trade that made the most sense to me was the H-hand one that Jake did with D-Raid. I mean, the Jesse one wasn't bad. I just think he gave up too much, in my opinion. I don't know if I'm completely sold on Irving, so I think that was a little bit much, but I don't have to worry about that personally. So for me, if like I were to draft Irving, I wouldn't have even taken him in the first of this draft personally. What's gonna happen here, Bongo? You got two receivers, two running backs, a quarterback, a tight end. I think he goes receiver here. I think he has to. His running backs are good. I think he definitely has to go receiver here. I don't know if I agree with that. That one I don't know if I agree with. I was not going to take him at all, but I think he goes receiver there and he's better off. Like, I think he's way better off if he goes receiver there. What is it with Ryan? Ethan, can you ask me what Ryan's logic is with Travis Kelce in every draft? In every draft, he takes him. I don't understand the logic there. I really don't. I got Waddle around later than I was expecting to get him, so I'm happy with that. Actually, really happy with that. My team's looking. I like the way my team's looking so far. I mean, obviously, Egbuka and Waddle aren't both going to be up there, but took a chance on Egbuka. We got Waddle in the mix because I was going to take Waddle before. I'm glad I went the route I did then. I got my two starters already. I got a flex. I got two running backs. I'm happy with this. The way this is looking. Just got to get a good tight end. Tight end, tight end, tight end, tight end. But seriously, someone ask Ryan what his logic is with fucking Kelce. Every draft he does, he takes Kelce. I don't think Kelsey's going to have that good of a year. I don't think the Chiefs are going to have that good of a year. Barlow taking Judy. I like that. I was debating between Judy and Waddle, but I already have Judy in two other leagues, so I had to go a different route in case he fumbles the bag. But I think Flacco will be good with him. I had to go some different route. I'm not trying to draft the same team 3 times in a row. Ryan with Kelsey every time. I don't get that. I would have rather have seen like Ingram or Hawkinson go, or Warren, dude. Like, take Warren early, but all right, it's your team. Yeah, you do you, boo. What's this team look like right now? So that pick just that's just funny. I'm not gonna lie. I find that pick really funny. So Garrett Wilson, St. Brown is your two receivers. DJ Moore, Harrison. Oh, he's got depth. He's got a lot of depth. You know, the nice thing is with some of you guys having depth like you do, outside of, I guess, E-Raid, because, I mean, your three should be your starters every time. If Harrison's struggling, Ryan might have the debate of, do I start DJ Moore or do I start Harrison? I could totally see that debate coming up. At least for me, I know my three at the start of the year are going to be Neighbors, McConkey, and Waddle. And then I'll have Egbuka just sitting there. Although I might start Egbuka with Godwin still coming off an injury and McMillan being hurt, so it might be the move to start Egbuka. Got Pearsall coming up, okay. I don't hate that pick. My dad taking Bo Nix makes sense. The first quarterback off the board here in this draft. I know my dad has he loves Bo Nix, so that makes sense to me on why he took that. If I had to take a guess on what he does next, it's probably going to be a tight end. He might get one early, probably Tucker Kraft. Um, he might go Warren, maybe Loveland. I could totally see him doing Warren if he's out there. Maybe take a chance on Loveland because he did it in our other dynasty. I know this is a keeper, not dynasty, but he did it in dynasty, so I could totally see him doing that. Right here, I could see a tight end going. This might even be a Warren pick here for Jesse. I could see that. Or maybe he goes back up running back because not a lot of running backs have come off the board lately. I can maybe see that as well. I still want to know what Ryan's doing with the Kelsey pick. I don't know why that's triggering me. I like Pearsall. That's more depth there. I thought maybe he'd go tight end. To be honest, this is the league of the three right now I could care less for. I really am loving the dynasties. So, I mean, whatever happens in this league happens. Like, if I can just make playoffs and make a run for T3, I don't give a shit. I mean, E-Raid got gifted Jefferson year one with the dumbest thing because someone was leaving the league to do whatever. He was just done after that, like, first year. That was stupid. I mean, Ryan's at least is a legit. He traded with Bubba to get St. Brown. It was actually not a bad trade at all. I think he traded him like Mixon and something else. It might have been even Mayfield in that mix. I don't remember, or it could have been picks. But I mean, other than that, like Jake's team, I don't know if I like his. Uh, I don't know if I like his receivers. I feel like he had someone else on his team that was better. I don't know though. I like HN with that trade. That trade was really good. Hurts, okay, whatever. Jonesy's team, I don't mind. I mean, Metcalf, Collins, Tyreek. Tyreek's probably in his last year of, consistently being that guy. Warren going, that makes sense. That adds up. I knew you were going to do something like that for tight end. Hopefully it pays off. Could be the Josh Downs show there in Indy. Jake probably goes tight end here. I think we're going to see a run of tight ends. Oh, Addison. Yeah, that does add up. He does like Addison, so. Addison to Diggs. Ooh, that's unfortunate there for Jesse, but he's on an auto pick now, so. Larson getting Rice kind of sucks because he's not going to be able to use him for the first 6 games. So if he was here and it didn't auto draft, the Judy pick I think would have been much better. Even a Myers or Addison. I mean, Addison's only out for 3, so like you can spare that. But then again, Larson's team somehow do good. He can have a guy on bye and completely smoke your team. Dumbest thing. Or he can not update his roster all year and then still make playoffs. Stupidest thing. From myself to Larson, we all were fighting for a spot, so that was just very annoying at the time. I didn't even know that was a thing, having to take yourself off auto pick. Damn. All right, Jones. Well played. Well played. Well played. I like that pick by Peyton. I was thinking Olave if he fell even further, because I don't think my dad would. I don't know if the next 3 would have taken Olave there. I mean, maybe Bubba, but I don't know. Back in a sec. I'm gonna check my 3D print quick. %, 3 hours, 10 minutes in. Still got 2 hours to go. Making sure it's not screwing up. Loveland, I like that pick. My dad was probably gonna take him there. Damn, I don't like that. I was really gonna. That was gonna be my next pick, Loveland. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying, actually. Oh, that's actually really annoying. Jen figures he does exactly what I was gonna do. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay. I don't know why my camera's lagging so much. So fucking Ethan with the shit emoji again. Probably. Have him. Cooper Kupp is not a guy I'd be taking in a draft. What do we see Bongo doing here? He's kind of a wild card. Scattaboo, okay. I can see why. I don't know if I'm fully sold on Scat. We already had one setback with an injury. I mean, hopefully he doesn't do it again. Why are we not going receiver here? You're going to rely on Pickens and Hunter? I mean, good for you for taking a shot, but you're fucking wild, my guy. You need a receiver. Take a shot at someone at that rate. Good lord, I don't know if I agree with that at all. Holy crap. I don't know if I like that pick by him at all, I'm not going to lie. I don't like taking a kicker like that. I don't know why you're not going receiver, tight end, something. You already got a tight end, a receiver, a running back there. Like, that's just wild to me. I don't hate the way this draft has gone so far. I've gotten a lot of guys that I want. Taking a lot more running backs than I usually do in other years, but the off chance that Brees Hall has a bad year, I'm chancing it. I know people could say, oh, you should have gotten Warren or Dobbins. Yeah, I could have, but taking a chance with the young blood, I mean, he's been hyped up. Taking a chance at least. I mean, I would only take a chance here in a keeper with that because, I mean, if he doesn't do anything, he's just on my bench and he'll go to the pool next year. Dynasty would be different. I don't know if I would take that chance. Like, yeah, you have your taxi spot, but I don't know if it's worth it for that. I mean, people could say go Sharp too. I agree with that, but who knows what their split's going to be there. I just don't know. What's my dad going to do here? How much do you want to bet? What's my dad need here? Tight end. It would not surprise me. Kyle Pitts. Oh, he's going Samson. He's high on Samson. He will take him in any draft. Would not surprise me if Samson's on the board at the 2-1 if he just pulls the trigger on Samson tomorrow. I don't hate the pick. I just don't care for that running back room. Now, I love Bubba's pick here of Nick Chubb for the sheer fact that he does have Mixon. So when Mixon does come back, I mean, he'll have both of them. And if Mixon doesn't, then he's going to have Chubb all year. I like Henderson. He's young and he's good. So I see Walker and Henderson probably being the starters there. Would like to see Bubba pick up another receiver or it's another tight end because we just don't know if Loveland's going to be that type of guy. But I know the reason my dad did that though is because he's not going to have a pick for 2 rounds after that. So he's happy with Thomas. He's happy with Brown. He loves JSN. So there's his 3 guys. There's his 2 receivers, his flex. He's got his 2 running backs. He's got 2 backup running backs. He's got a backup receiver. So him doing that right there means he's happy with where he's at. We're gonna see how things play out, but When it comes back to the 7th, he's probably going to take a tight end. That's probably going to be the tight end round. I'm a little shocked he didn't take Pitts there, to be honest, but with how many rounds there are, not having a running back would hurt more than not having a tight end in case, Williams or Brown get hurt throughout the year. So I do like that. Larson picking Jennings, I mean, it makes sense. I don't hate the pick. May not have him right away, but I don't hate the pick. Sharp going to Peyton, I like that. I think Sharp's really good. Could see a 50-50 between him and Walker. Would not surprise me. I really like both of those picks there. Jones here, I think quarterback. I think that's what he's got to go. Maybe Murray. I think that'd be the pick at least. Other than that, I don't know. He's got receivers. Maybe another running back if he's feeling antsy there. You could go Warren here, it'd be good. You could go Murray or Herbert. I think those would be good. I don't think it. I think if he doesn't take Herbert here, Herbert's going to E-Raid on the next 2 picks. Murray, okay, so auto pick there, which is fine. I think that's probably the best decision. E-Raid's going to go Herbert here at 5'10". I'm calling that. Maybe Warren. I could see maybe a Warren. I could see him going Warren, maybe trying to hold off until the next round. I don't know. Larson. I think he goes running back here. This might be the Warren pick. Got a lot of autos going on right now. I don't like that part. I think this is a Warren, or maybe he chances it with Dobbins or Eckler. I can maybe see Stevenson, possibly. It wouldn't surprise me. I do think E-Raid is probably going to take a quarterback, though, especially if Warren goes off the board here. I think you take quarterback. Oh, wait, you don't even need a running back. I'm tripping. I was looking at the wrong team. Yeah, definitely quarterback. Forgot you already have 3 guys there. Yeah. I can maybe see Warren if you want a 4th, but I definitely think it'll be Herbert. Dobbins. Okay, yeah, that one makes sense. I think this will be a Herbert pick, just so he doesn't chance it and lose out on. Oh, he might be fine if someone like Jake says screw it and wants to take Herbert just to F with you. I mean, you've been screwed out of Herbert once already in the last few years, when I took him 2 years back, but I definitely think this will be Herbert, though. I think Herbert would probably be the best pick, in my opinion, here. I'd actually really like to see Herbert come off the board here. Jalen Warren, okay. I mean, that was one of the guys I was saying. So maybe you wait till 6-1 to get Herbert. It was between the two. I think this is the Herbert pick. I'll tell you this now. If you don't take him here, I'm taking him. I know you're listening. You don't take him here, I'm taking him. I will happily have him as my backup. I guess it's time to pull that trigger. Take Herbert off the board. I don't know what else you'd do here. I mean, I guess you could wait 2 more. You have a lot of flipping picks here. I mean, you're going to have extra guys you're going to have to drop, too, is what I'm noticing. Oh, that's a fucking awful pick. Good shit. That's an awful pick. Prescott sucks. Oh, I am actually super happy that you picked him there. I won't lie with you. I am very happy you took him there. Yeah, it's not a bad. I'm surprised he was still on the board, to be honest. Gotta check out my printer quick. It's making some weird noises. I here makes me the most nervous on the print I'm doing. I'm making a Michael Myers mask on it, so that's what makes me the most nervous right now, the eyes. Austin Eckler, that's a terrible pick. I like the way this draft is going, I'm not gonna lie. Really like the way this draft is going. Austin Eckler, that's the pick you want at running back? Alright. And I guess technically on the board he's probably the best. I can't be too mad about that, but you do you, boo. I think Bigsby. It's not bad. Where did ETN go? Did I miss him? Who took ETN? Has he not been? There he is. Edelman did. Okay, that makes sense. Michael Pittman, okay. Reed, I like that pick. Oh, this puts me on the spot here. I was debating between Kincaid and Downs there. I just hope this is the right pick. Two tight ends, knock those out, just get them done. I don't have a 7th round pick, so hopefully I didn't screw myself out of any, but we'll see. I don't know if I like those picks, but might be my biggest question marks of the draft right there is those 2 picks. But we'll see. We'll wait and see how my team turns out from there. Hope I didn't screw myself there. I like the Higgins pick. At least he finally picked something, but his receiving core is going to struggle this year. He's going to have to make a trade with Ryan or E-Raid. Maybe that's what he's banking on. Maybe, oh, can I get a first round sent your way for receiver here? I don't know. I want to see him take another receiver here. That's what I would love to see. Screw the tight end, screw the backup quarterback, get a receiver. Get yourself Downs, get yourself Coleman. Do something. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That was the other guy I was thinking of. Josh Downs was the guy. This draft is going really quick, actually. Starting at 7, and we're already this far in 45 minutes. I love that. God, I hope that print is fine. I knew Thornton was going to go to my dad. He's a big fan of Thornton and Besh, so I think he's trying to play the opposite card there. How's my roster looking? One, two, three, four, five. Am I short a pick this year? Might be short a pick this year. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Huh. Well, I got 2 from my dad, 2 there. So I'll have to pay. That don't make no sense. I don't know. I ain't too worried either way. Brian Robinson, CPU finally came through. Bongo taking Coleman there. I like that pick. Thank you, Bongo. You're doing something with your team. I like that. Don't care what anyone says. Coleman is probably one of the bigger sleepers this year, in my opinion. So I wanted to take him if he fell, but obviously that wasn't going to happen there. So, but it's fine. We roll. We rock and roll. I got 2 picks coming up in the next round. I didn't have one this round because I traded it away to Peyton last year. It's probably the only thing I wish I didn't do. We're not. Was it the Peyton? Yeah, it was the Peyton. Because I personally would have liked to have Coleman there, and that would have been the round I'd take Coleman, but that's fine. I got 2 picks next round, a pick at the round after. I mean, I'm happy with where I'm at. I can't believe I went 4 straight rounds without taking a receiver, but it might continue to not be a receiver here, so. I was thinking about taking downs, but I'm just like, screw it. I'm going to take 2 tight ends and just lock myself down. I am really bad when it comes to drafting tight ends. Not necessarily bad. I just don't like drafting them. I think they are a waste of space on the roster. Um, I typically don't draft them till late. But I had a few guys drop down that I wanted. I had intentions on taking 1 there and 1 receiver, but oh well. Draft strategy constantly changes, so I'm happy with where I'm at though. The other thing I'm going to be happy about too is look at other teams here. Finally, Herbert's off the board. I couldn't take Herbert because he has the same buy as Daniels, so. Eray's already got a full team, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks. So I'm excited to see who he ends up dropping at the end, or if he's going to take some IR players and just let them sit there. Like maybe if he wants to go Tajay Spears here with one of these 2 picks and throw him on IR, and then he's got both Tennessee running backs. I could see that being a possibility. I don't know. I could see him going Trey Harris, taking a shot at a rookie. Hell, he could go kicker defense here. He'd be fine. Braylon Allen, that's an alright pick. Might be a little pettiness there of taking him. That was one of my next options, but that was just a backup haul there. I like the Keenan Allen pick a little bit. Him and Herbert do have history. I think the red zone presence there will be nice. Just hope it doesn't take away too much from McConkey, but Trey Benson, Kareem Hunt. Oh, I guess if you have Pacheco, that makes sense, but okay. Jake's always an interesting one when it comes to drafting. I like. Oh wait, he doesn't have Tet. I was gonna say if he kept. Oh, dude. Damn, he could have had Tet there. I think when it comes to our draft tomorrow, I might touch on it a little bit here afterwards. Kind of give my opinions on what's gonna happen here in the draft tomorrow. If you guys are unaware, we have one more tomorrow. It's a 3-round draft with rookies, so it'll be fun. Only rookies too. No one else. If you want to pick someone else up, you can do it afterwards. But I have my opinions on what's going to happen. So we'll see how that goes. Damn, Peyton. That's a little annoying. I was thinking about taking Harris just to back up Hampton in case something happened. Or if they're splitting evenly. Damn, you guys are taking like the backup running backs I want. Like I want to take a backup here. Oh, Barlow! Sniping the people I want. One of my next guys. Oh, that's annoying. Wow. That's balls right there. I like that. Wow. I actually can't believe that. Oh, wow. Props to freaking Bubba, dude. Wow. That was the I wasn't gonna take Alec there. I was gonna take wow. Good shit, Bubba. Damn, that's a pick right there. Good shit, Bubba. Good pick. Good pick. Damn, that's a little irritating, but damn. It's a good flipping pick. I actually can't believe it. Whoa. Wow. I mean, I like that pick. I'm not mad about that whatsoever. I mean, that was where I was going with one of my next picks. That was exactly like my intentions there. That's what I wanted to do, but oh well. Damn, that was a good pick. It's a really good pick. Wow. I'm not even mad about that. That's just a good pick right there. Ramondre. Yeah, that's a nice pick. I don't mind that at all. I know I got 3 guys with the week 12 bye, but oh well. That week I'll run with Igbuka, Alec, and Neighbors. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I don't got to pick till the end, so we might just pair it for a little bit. Adam Thielen by my dad. Interesting. I don't hate it. I think when Addison gets back, it's not going to matter if Thielen's out on the field or not. They don't hate my team. Really at all. I actually really like a lot of the people I got. I think Alec could be really good for Tennessee. Um, Krosky could be good there for Washington. Could be my flex if my receivers aren't working. I got options here at least. I don't like running through running backs at flex, but if I have to, I can. I don't have a pick here until the end, so I don't know what that's going to hold for me. Have to wait and see. I do have Brandon Ayuk, so if he does come back and makes an impact, at least I have a insurance late in the year. Could I have gone someone like Jerome Ford there? Definitely. I hope some of my picks here don't bite me in the butt, because I did take a few chances on a few people. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna be interested to see who Ethan ends up dropping here. But I don't have anything to do for a little bit here, so JJ McCarthy, Schmidt. Sorry, I haven't been paying attention to the last few picks here. I don't know why my camera's being so effy today. Usually it's not like that. I'll mess with the settings tomorrow. All right, what he marks. Not too bad. A bunch of defenses, a bunch of kickers going. It's about that time of the draft where all that happens, so that adds up. What's my dad gonna do here? It wouldn't surprise me. Yep, tight end. We may see quarterback go right here for him, or he might wait till the next round, possibly. I'm not entirely sure. He's got 4 picks here in the next few rounds, anyway. So picked Michael Penix. Thought that was an auto pick. This one surprised me if it's a quarterback within these next 2 for this guy. This draft being done in an hour is going to be insane, though. Holy crap, this might be one of the quickest drafts I've ever had. What's Edelman do here? He's got a lot, so. Still think Edelman should have went for DJ Moore for me. That's all I gotta say. I hate the fact that he took Jacobs though in that first round. That was my intentions right away. I know Ethan sent me a message before. Oh, you gotta take Jacobs or JSN, but Jacobs was my vibe. I don't like Sam Darnold, so I don't know how Smith is gonna do this year. How old is JSN? 23. God, he's a youngin', dude, but he's been good. Isaiah Likely's your backup tight end. Why do I feel like there's more tight ends out there? Chig, Henry, Mason Taylor. I think all would have been better options, but you guys do you. Okay. Would not shock me if my dad takes Mason Taylor in this next pick. Watch Mason Taylor come off the board. Christian Kirk, really. Zach Ertz. Okay. Was not expecting that. All right. Josh Palmer. Interesting. Josh Palmer. Really. Wandale Robinson. I agree with that pick way more than Josh Palmer. Bash, Horton, Cooper, Douglas, even? Like, I would have gotten Tillman before anything. Robinson would have been my first there, then Tillman. I don't know if I like that Palmer pick at all. bet all the kickers are gonna go. I get the Aubrey pick by Bongo early because Aubrey's been a freaking menace ever since he entered the league, but Juan Jennings, bro, like Pittman, something. I think he got down to the steal late, if I'm being honest. Tajay Spears, there it is. That's going to be his IR spot. I like that pick. Throw him on IR. You got both those running backs. Nothing wrong with that. You got a lot of running backs on your team, though. Holy crap. Did you even draft any receivers? Did you only draft one? No, you drafted two. Okay. Just sitting there like, what the hell? I feel like you just haven't taken any receivers in this draft, but no, you did. Adds up. Jalen McMillan, I think Ryan had an extra pick, so that makes sense because he can throw him on IR. I like the White pick. I mean, he was still on the board, so why not? Caleb Williams, that's who I was going to go for. Damn. Had to be Peyton to do it. Damn. Damn. That's irritating. Oh, that's really irritating. Lawrence. There goes my next one. Hopefully he doesn't take a freaking quarterback. I got your kicker. I think you're probably going to want a freaking running back. You don't have any. Or not. It's a good pick. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Talk here in a minute. I gotta figure out one more thing. Okay, sorry, I just had to get my kicker and my defense because I didn't draft any. For some reason, I had an extra slot open. I don't know why, but yeah. Okay, thank God, dude. I don't play E-Raid, my dad, or someone twice. I only play my brother twice. That one I'll take. I'm sick of playing the same guys over and over again every year, twice when I know they're the better teams, and it just screws me in the end. Like I've had the worst luck 3 years in a row with that. All right, but we'll close this on out here. My team here for this. I mean, we got Hampton, Hall, Neighbors, McConkey, Waddle, Carlson, Kincaid. Um, Not bad. I like all that. My bench players, we got Bryce Young, um, Merritt, Williams, Pitts, Mims, Igbuka. I like everyone here. I actually think I'm going to start Igbuka this first week. But I need to check who they're playing. Who do you guys play? Indianapolis, who? I think I might go Igbuka here. I'm going to start him this week. Um, but we already got players going up on the trade block. I mean, I'll like some of these players here. I mean, not too worried about that. Actually, I'm only going to like the one. Ethan's team is one of them I wanted to look at here. Drake May is a starter. Saquon, Harvey. I mean, again, he got the dumbest trade there. Drafted London. He did great that year drafting him. Bench players, is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with Allen. 8. There might be one too many. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he's gonna have to drop someone. Oh, actually, no, I don't want him. So if I had to take a guess here, let's look at this team again quick. Where did my... If we take a look here, if I had to take a guess, he's probably going to go... I don't know, actually. I don't have a clue. He's only got one IR spot. He can't make any trades until he drops someone, so I don't know. Maybe Benson. Benson or Allen might just get the short stick there, but or maybe he just decides to drop his defense with the Vikings and then just make a trade. He could do that too. Maybe even his kicker if he felt like it. He could do that. Everyone's putting all their players up on the trade block, and I'm just sitting here. I'm like, I really like my team. The only thing I might do is because I know my dad might want him is possibly throw him up on the trade block. But what did you just drop down here? Oh. Oh, one of my filaments fell. Okay. But aside from that, not bad. I don't hate like anyone's team here, so. I think the only one that I maybe question a little bit is Bongo. I want to look at his team quick. I mean, Genty, Hubbard. I mean, good combo there at running backs. Goff's good. I like the Keon pickup. I just don't know if this is a good combo here at receiver. I wish he would have made a move sooner for a receiver. Scadaboo is your backup. I do like the Higgins pickup. The Hunter, I just don't agree with anyone taking Hunter, to be completely honest. Josh Downs, I really like. I'm a big fan of Josh Downs. I just don't know if I would. I don't know. I want to try to make a trade with my brother in another league for Josh Downs, but I just don't know if he'll do it. But other than that, what was the other team I wanted to look at here? What's Edelman's team look like? Godwin. I mean, he's got a bunch of old receivers, but I do like the Josh Jacobs pick up there with JT. That's a really nice combo. Devontae Adams, I think he'll be fine. I just don't think he's gonna be top tier. He's got a spot to fill as well, so I don't know what happened there. If he just traded away too many picks, but I don't like the Cooper Kupp trade. He's gonna have to trade for a receiver, and I think if he's smart, I think he tries to trade with Ryan for DJ Moore. I was trying to get him DJ Moore this year, but um, Schmidt's team. I mean, I don't hate this combo. I like Pacheco. I think he's a little underrated this year, so I do like that pickup. I thought he was gonna go receiver though, because I don't know if this is gonna be the answer at receiver for him. I like Sutton. I don't really care for Higgins much there. I think Chase is just a beast in that offense. Jacoby Myers, I do like the flex. I do like the tight end. Kicker defense is just whatever. I don't care much about that. Ferguson, Addison, Hunt, Blue, McCarthy. Okay. Not the greatest. I like the Addison and Fergie, and I like that. This is where I have the question mark. In those three. Jesse's team. I don't know why he kept Connor and didn't keep Jacobs. I just don't understand that. I don't mind the Judkins pickup. I just don't know if it's good early in the year. It might have just been better to wait on that or not draft him at all. His team is one that I have questions about. I mean, you have Keenan Allen here. Diggs, he's got old guys, so that might be another one where he maybe needs to trade for a receiver. So if I was him, I'd look Ryan's way for DJ Moore, or I would look at Ethan for one of his backups, because I mean, Ethan's got a plethora of guys on his bench, so maybe if he tried to get like even just Ridley off of Ethan, that'd be good. He's only got two backup receivers though. Peyton's team, I don't know, I don't care for the McCaffrey keep, but I do like the Puka, Gibbs, McBride keep. McLaurin being drafted, I mean, go for it. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it. Golden, I like that pickup. Najee was one I wanted to have for an insurance policy, but not too bad there. Jones, Kamara, Henry, good combo like that. I don't mind this combo with Metcalf in the mix at all. I just have question marks with Hill. These three aren't too bad. I don't mind that. That's pretty good. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Shaheed at all, but go for it. It's your team, not mine. Barlow. I do like the trade. I was happy he took him. Loveland, risky. I don't mind it. Legette's, this is the one I was actually good shit. I really like that pickup. I wish I was able to get him because I had intentions on drafting him 2 picks later. So good pickup there. I like the Reed pickup. Wandale, your bench receivers are nice. I like that. Jameson Williams was another guy I was going to try to take in the second round there. Didn't get to him. I was going to take him over Waddle. So I like that pickup. Larson's team. Cook and Montgomery. I don't know. I mean, this receiving core even. I don't know. That might be the weakest team I've seen so far. My dad's team. I mean, great there. I should have never have traded him frickin' Brown last year. That was stupid on my part. Oh, I'm kicking myself for that. Oh, it's so bad. Bench players, I like these 4, I guess. Iffy there. I can't believe I traded him Brown. Oh, I make one stupid trade every year. Jacobs, I wanted Jacobs. I think we already went over his team. Went over that, so not too bad. I like my team. Brees Hall, I drafted more running backs than I typically do just because like I said, I didn't draft more. I drafted 2 guys I typically wouldn't, but just in case Hall doesn't pan out, at least I have this. I like my backup receivers. Like I said, I wanted Legette instead of Mims. I also was thinking about Downs at one point instead of taking another tight end. But I'm going to take the chance there with Kyle Pitts. Why not? Then I do have Coker and Ayuk in the back pocket as well. So if someone like, I don't know, I'll take Ayuk. I don't know. I don't mind Ayuk. 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 I don't mind Alec doesn't work out, or if Mims just isn't working out, then I can easily just roll with Coker or Ayuk whenever needed. But um, not too shabby there. I don't mind that at all. Now for the draft that we have tomorrow. I don't know if anyone's even still here, but um, did I go over Ryan's team? Hold up. I don't think I went over Ryan's team. I skipped over his team. Jordan Love might be a hot take at quarterback. If I'm being honest, I like the Herbert pickup. I think that should be your starter over Love personally. Um, Bijan Jones. I don't mind Jones, just where you got him. I think Mason will take away reps though at some point. St. Brown Wilson. I do like starting Moore. I think that's better than Harrison. If you don't want Harrison, I will happily um, trade with you. Pearso, I mean, the wide receiver depth here is great. The running back depth, not the greatest, but I think as long as Bijan stays healthy, it's not going to matter. McMillan pickup is nice, obviously, because you'll have him for later, but do I want Braylon Allen? I don't know if I'd even give up anyone for Allen right now, to be completely honest. Honestly, I think I'm content with just sticking with what I got. If I'm being completely honest with you, Ethan, if you're in here, I don't know if you are, but um, I think I'm content with just sticking with these two guys. If he fell to me during the draft, I probably would have taken him, but I don't want to start out the year by making a stupid trade. And I'd have to drop someone, and I like what I got right now, outside of my kicker and defense, but honestly, I didn't care to draft them. I just picked them up like I did after the draft and said, screw it. Nah, not the Schmidt show, bro. Put Schmidt's Creek on there. Kind of like Schitt's Creek, you know the show, but whatever. Tomorrow's draft though, for anyone who is um gonna watch that tomorrow, we do have a few things here to look over. We got a lot of trades that came in last year. There's very few picks that stayed with everyone. My 2-6 stayed with me. After that, it really wasn't a crazy amount that kind of stuck. Um, Kobe Rad is going to end up taking Genty. These are my predictions here, guy. Genty, and I'm going to stop when I get to me because I don't want to give anything away, but Genty, Hampton, Crawford's going to take Henderson. Ryan, I can see this going a few different ways. I can see him taking Tet. I can see him just saying screw it, taking a shot on Hunter. I don't think he'll do that. But I think he's going to go Tet, or he might even say screw it and just draft Judkins and wait till after he signs. I could see a Harvey going there, maybe Johnson. I think if it's not Tet, it's going to be a running back. I think it's going to be those three. I think it's going to be Judkins, Harvey, or Johnson. Um, Luke, I think it depends on who Ryan drafts. If Ryan takes Judkins, I see Luke maybe going Tet. If Ryan takes Tet, I think we see Judkins or Harvey. It kind of just depends there. E-Raid, I think it'll depend on the two before him. If Tet's not taken, I can see him taking Tet right there. I mean, we've already seen you take Hunter in the other one. I could see Hunter going here as well. Um, where's your team quick? I could also maybe see Warren. So this one I could really see going anyway. Hopefully my audio's coming through again. But I could see this going, if Tet somehow fell, I could see Tet. If Hunter's there, maybe Hunter. Judkins is there. I mean, really, you're like the oddball here in this round. I could see you dropping down and getting a Nagbuka. I could see Johnson going off the board. It kind of just depends on what you want to do there. Um, if I had to take a guess right now, I say Hunter's going there at the 6th spot. If you guys don't know, I traded away my 1-6 for Jerry Jeudy in a first round pick. I ended up, my dad ended up getting Chase Brown. Ethan ended up getting the 1-6. So, um, and Theo Johnson, which whoop-de-doo, you got Theo Johnson. Um, 1-7. With Jake in the next two picks, I could see Egbuka going off the board. I could see a tight end going off the board. Um, I mean, really, it could be any one of those three positions. Looking at Jake's team, I can maybe even see maybe Cam Ward going off in one of those two. I can maybe see that. Maybe receiver Ward, because I think your running backs are pretty good, if I'm not mistaken. Chuba, Achan. I mean, maybe a running back. You might need one there. So maybe it's running back. Receiver wise, I'm going to get three toss-ups. But if I had to take a guess, I'm going to see Hunter. I think we see Harvey and Igbuka go here. Crawford, I think, goes after maybe Johnson there. And then Kobe Red, I couldn't tell you. If I had to take a guess, it's going to be one of the tight ends remaining. Or if both tight ends are on the board, I could see both tight ends going. Can tell you now, if Igbuka drops down, my dad's taking him at the 2-1. Now, aside from that, if I had to take a guess at what my dad does at the 2-1, Trey Harris maybe. Dylan Sampson, I could totally see that, because if he doesn't, I might. He might wait till here to take Sampson. I don't know. He's got a lot of picks here in the second round. I got 3 picks here, 1 in the third. I have no idea how to really plan for it, because I don't know what's going to happen in the draft, in that second round at least. So I don't know. I don't really have any specific needs. Everyone's like, oh, you need a tight end, but I'm happy with my tight ends here, if I'm being completely honest with you. So I don't know if I necessarily go tight end if Mason Taylor's on the board, maybe, but I don't know. I can really draft any position and I'd be fine. I think my team's in a really good spot here in this league, if I'm being completely honest with you. I like my quarterbacks. It just sucks that I have the same bye this year, so I had to trade for Daniel Jones, but I ended up getting my pick back later. My receivers I really like. I got Metcalf, Sutton, Judy, Wandale, Wilson, Williams, Puka. I missed one. I Garrett Wilson in the mix too. I don't know why it's not popping up here, unless I'm just tweaking. And then I have Trey Tucker, who I think is another underrated receiver, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. With the pupper in the background. This is Blackberry, if you guys can see her. She's great. I love this dog so much. She's such a cutie. Super nice, and she loves me. So I like my running backs too. I think, like I said earlier, Pacheco's underrated. In my eyes, everyone may not agree with that. I like James Cook still. I may not have the best running back crew, and I understand that, but I do like where I'm at. As long as James Cook can still produce somewhat with touchdowns this year, I'll be happy. Yeah, what's up? Okay. Aside from that, tight ends I actually don't hate. I think Sanders is going to have a really good year. I think Barner could have a good year if the other rookie tight end there doesn't take over a lot of his reps. And worst comes to worst, I do have Henry as an option. Him and Drake May had a good connection last year, so if I have to use Henry, I will use Henry. And then Okonkwo from Tennessee, who I later got in a trade. I know Ethan was trying to get him off of me, but I later didn't go with that. So I will say, Ethan, you in the Dynasty, you definitely pitch some better trades than you do in the Keeper League. So, I mean, I never had intentions ever on trading with you, because you try to finesse way more than you should, but you made some good trades this offseason. So I think we've traded like 3 or 4 times already this offseason, and we don't trade at all. I don't think we've had a single trade prior to this offseason. It's been going into the 4th year of fantasy football in the same league together. So I think I've done good with my team here. I'm gonna have to replace Sutton at some point, but I think even with Jameson Williams on my team, I might just be able to fill Jameson Williams in any time. I might be good for 3 or 4 years yet before I have to truly worry about receiver, which is just when Metcalf gets old. I think even Wandale's good as a backup. And then Trey Tucker, I think, could even be better once Myers is out of that offense. And Cooper's in his last year probably, let's be real. So even if Trey doesn't do anything this year, I'm going to keep him. I have a lot of faith in that. Yeah. I am trying to still make moves. I still have some time before the draft. We're pushing every trade through. So if anyone wants to trade in that league, please let me know. Ideally, I'm just looking to trade for a pick and then give up a future first, maybe a later round pick here, but I know that's not going to float everyone's boat whatsoever, but um, yeah. But yeah, looking at it, we've had quite a few trades here in the league. Oh, cannot show that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where the spot is for prior trades. So, one of our recent ones here was Luke trading the Porta for a first round. I think a first round was fucking nuts from Luke there, personally. Um, he's one of those guys that I just don't understand his thinking sometimes. Um, this trade I actually didn't hate, um, just because he moves back 2 spots in this, picked up one next year, and then Crawford gave up one. He's desperate for a running back. That's why I know he's taking Henderson after E-Ray takes um, Hampton. Oh, it's not going to show them all. And then, yeah, I just made some moves, but there's a lot more to it than that. But yeah, and then if you guys didn't see our draft last week, we had ours go down. This is how my team ended up. Murray, Genty, I took him first. I wasn't going to take Genty, but when I did my 2 mock drafts I truthfully thought for the startup it was better to take a running back right away, just because I mean running back depth gets a little sketchy after a while. So um, I every mock draft I did had more quarterbacks going in the first. That's why I couldn't rely on getting a running back. But when I saw Genty still on the board, I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna take him. He's 21. Try to build around them. I took James Cook, got Nakua and Wilson. I wanted Harrison, but um, Parker ended up taking Harrison. I was hoping he would wrap around into the next round just because I don't like doubling up on players, but I have doubled up a lot. I mean, by 4 starting receivers I have in my other dynasty, so I don't like that. I have James Cook in my other one as well, so um, yeah. And then Keon Coleman, I want to take a chance on him because I think he could be good, but if it doesn't work out, I have Josh Downs, who I think is going to have a really good year. Um, I want to trade Alec Pierce, but he doesn't really have a lot of value. On my taxi spot, I picked up Harold Fannin when he was dropped to the waivers. I have KLS right here, just to take a chance. And I think this running back here for Chicago, I do not know how to say that last name, could be really good. So that's why I ended up taking him. I picked up Deshaun Watson because why not? I mean, if anything, I'll just drop him. So I only have one bench quarterback, and it's Daniel Jones. So, and then Bartholomew I took as well. Um, I know this is a super flex. I know quarterbacks tend to get a lot of points, but at the end of the day, my thought here is I'm only going to take 3 quarterbacks, um, and hopefully trade and make a good trade to the point where maybe I don't even have to start a second quarterback. I do like starting receivers over quarterbacks anyways. In this situation, I haven't done Superflex before. I'm still higher on wide receivers. I know everyone has a quarterback right now in their Superflex spot, but I genuinely think if I can make a good trade or two, then the spot is going to go to receiver. But I don't know what that trade will be. Find out at some point. I do like to trade a lot, so yeah. Gonna end the stream right now, though, guys. We'll be back tomorrow around 6 p.m. So less than 24 hours, about 22 there. So hour earlier than today, and